So let's set up this project and with its dependencies. I'll create a new project for this. I'll call it JOQ. It's already made, but this is just for the demonstration. I'm using Gradle as my build system with JDK25, Groovy as my DSL, and then I have a local Gradle installation. I can just create this one. I'll make this in a new window. And then we get this bit of boilerplate. So the first thing I want to change is going to be this build.gradle file, because I want to make this in modules. So we'll have a database module with all those generated classes in there, and then an application module, which is the executable, the thing that a user will interact with. To do that, I'll start out by creating a module, which I'll call this trade DB. This is going to be the module that contains the generated JOQ classes. All of this is fine, so I'll just hit create. And now we have this source folder here, but that's no longer relevant. So I'm going to delete this one, but then in order for that to work out, we need to go to the top level build.gradle file where we specify these initial dependencies and like the project setup. This needs to change a bit. We need to specify a sub-projects section in here now. So each of these modules becomes a sub-project. This thing is complaining. Plugins cannot be applied here, but that's no problem. We can fix that with simply saying apply plugin like that, and that works. So the group ID, I'll leave that. The version, I might get rid of the snapshot, but it's not that important right now. Repositories, we're only using Maven Central things. And then for the dependencies, I'm going to leave these in here, but we'll need some additional ones. So working with JOQ, we need the JOQ library dependencies, and then also the database that we're working with. And in this case, we're working with Postgres. So we need the Postgres driver, or well, that dependency. So if we go to the browser and navigate to this Maven repository, this is Maven Central. We search for JOQ. This should give us the stuff that we need, and it's going to be these top two ones here. So the first one is going to be JOQ, this sort of base dependency, and the next one is going to be code gen. So I'm going to take this one, the normal one, sort of, and I'm going to paste this dependency in my top level build.gradle file. Then the next one that I need here is going to be the Postgres driver. So let me search for Postgres. We have some things here. Let's try QL. Yeah, there we go. So I need this Postgres JDBC driver. I'll go for this one and then just paste this dependency in here. All right, so I can refresh that. Now let's turn our attention to this DB module. Because it's a sub-project of the top level, we can pretty much get rid of all this stuff. And this DB module is going to take care of generating those JOQ classes. So we need a special dependency here as well, which is going to be this JOQ code gen. Now I'll make sure to grab the same version as the other dependency, and then I'll simply paste that into my trade DB module here. I'm gonna refresh it here, and this should do the trick. The last module that I want is going to be the application. So I'll do trade app. This is a Gradle, Groovy, and all this is fine. I'll just hit create, and then I can clean up this entire thing. So I'll get rid of all that, all of this, and all of this. I'll leave dependencies in here because we need an implementation dependency on a module. So I want to use the stuff inside of this trade DB. Let's see here. It's going to be project, and then I specify the path and a colon, and then simply the name of that module. So this is the project setup.